And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show has action out of the NL Central. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Chicago Cubs. First pitch coming your way next. Just about to get started. Today's starting pitcher, Justin Steele. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Ready to go? And here is C.J. Cron. Fought off foul. Now the 0-1. Just missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And a swing and a miss there.
I think he was a little excited there, saw the fastball, but needed a step ladder to get to that one. He's going to have to tighten it back up. He wants to have a good at bat.
Struck him out swinging. Had him out front for strike 3.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then buried that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Now it's the power speed combo. Shepard.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
One out, bases empty. That misses, and it's 1-1. That one is upstairs.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
And there's ball 4.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Batting third.
On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. And here is Brian Reynolds. Steele keeping him close.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
That's in there. And that is strike 1. And the pitch. Runner on the go. Strike in there. Throw to second. He's safe. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Man at second. Bounce to third. Shaw jumps, throws, and they take care of Reynolds for the out. We take a check of the Pirates lineup put together by manager Derek Shelton. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
Here's O'Neal Cruz. Fouled off. He was late. Man on second, 2 down. And that's off the inside edge. And 1-1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And it's 1-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
2 outs, runner at first. Stone Garrett digs in now. That one drifts inside. Two outs. He swings and fouls one off. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Bellinger pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is that. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Wrigley Field and on the hill, Marco Gonzalez. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
Dansby Swanson in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
1-2.
That missed by a lot. And that's ball 2. The pitch.
Full count.
Now this one's crushed down the line. Fucking foul ball. And now the lefty. And that's too high, ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Austin Slater stands in for a strike. 0-1.
0-1.
And a pitch. Just missed.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at-bat.
The 1-1. That one fouled off.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off-speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
And a 1-2.
2-2.
In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. The Cubbies down by a run here in the second game of the series. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. At the belt and fires. In the air to left center. Reynolds on the run. Makes the grab on the run. And there's one down.
The second baseman.
Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. This is one of the best teams in the league when it comes to drawing walks, Chris, so we'll probably see a very patient approach from them.
Yeah, Boogie, that's often what leads to a lot of runs scored. You get guys on base, you work that pitch count up for the opposing pitchers, and then you take advantage when they make mistakes. You get into that bullpen. You can tell that everyone up and down this lineup just comes in with a great plan of attack, a lot of patience, just like you said.
High in the air, out to right. Fraley should have it. 2 away.
Batting fourth, the center fielder, Cody
Bellinger up to hit. He was late there. Strike one.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Misses off the plate, and it's a ball and a strike. To the right side, gets to it with a slide over to first, and that's a nice play to end the inning. One left for the Cubs, still behind by a count of 1-0. Here at Wrigley Field, all set for the start of the inning. And here is Henry Davis. The wind of the pitch. Steele measures 6 feet 2 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, a curve, and he works in a changeup. That one to first, and it gets by him. Jake Fraley now at the plate. On the corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Davis aboard here at first with nobody out. Here's the 0-2.
1-2.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Left-hand hitter waits. Stays alive. Next pitch is downstairs.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself in the scoring position.
The pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Breaks his bat and pops it up. Squeezes it, and there's one down. Now the third baseman. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, he had that base stolen as soon as he broke for second. Such a huge lead. The pitcher's got to find a way to help out his catcher, especially if he doesn't have a great throwing arm. Step off the rubber, shrink that lead, somehow create a little bit.
Intentional walk coming here, and that sets up the double play possibility. with one away and runners at
Batting
first
ninth.
and second.
The pitcher, Marco.
So first and second with one man gone. Marco Gonzalez, the next Pirate to hit. Trying to move the runners over. The throw to second, not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
The batter, the first baseman,
C.J. Cron, the next Pirate to hit. His first at bat was a strikeout. This one high in the air to left center. Slater in pursuit. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Pirates strand a couple, but they lead it 1-0. Bottom of the inning.
Leading
And
off
now the right
for the
fielder,
Cubs.
Christopher Morel.
the right fielder, Christopher.
And here it comes. Right through there for a strike. And a good eye there. Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with pitchers going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
Swings and misses. And the count 1-2. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday, another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. 1 for 3 in the game back on Sunday. That one misses, and that's ball 1. One down, base is empty. And there's the strike. The wind and the pitch. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Here comes a pitch. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And a foul ball. Left-hand batter waits. He goes down looking. And now it's Miguel Amaya.
Really strong hitting performance recently, working on a 5-game hitting streak.
And a big swing and a miss.
No ball, 1 strike.
Here's your 1.
Ball, no. 1-1.
Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Kicks and deals.
Ball 2.
is a hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Batting it, the third baseman, number 77.
And up next for Chicago, Matt Shaw. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. The Pirates leading by a run, bottom half of inning number 2. That one missed. Pitch misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Two outs. Ground ball left side. They take the force out, and the inning is over. Cubs leave 1. They're down 1-0. New inning getting started. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Shepard.
Number 47.
Steele back to work. And there's a strike. Ripped to short. Throws to first in time. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd. Ryan Reynolds here. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Just missed. Fastball for a strike. And a 1-1. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop, O'Neill.
2 outs, base is empty. Next to bat will be the Pittsburgh cleanup hitter, O'Neill Cruz. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. 2 outs, base is empty. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year. Bucks go down quietly, but they're on top 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Justin Steele. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Late on that fastball. Foul ball there. And he deals. And that just misses.
It's a good take.
Swings through it for the K. He swung over top of the curveball.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Swanson in the box now. No balls and a strike. Home team down a run here in the last half of the third. In there at the knees. And the count is 0-2.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And ball one.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Back to the mound. He's got it. And two straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. Here's the left fielder, Austin Slater. He's 0 for 1. Right through there for a strike.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep into counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Rolls across the diamond, and the Cubs go 1-2-3. Cubs are down quietly. They trail here 1-0. As we go to the top of the fourth, here's the center fielder, Stone Garrett. As the lefty gets to work. Just missed. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Bellinger makes the catch, and there's one gone. Here's the Pirates catcher now, Henry Davis.
Kind of a throwback. No batting gloves.
And that one fouled off.
Not a lot of people know this, but this isn't the only Wrigley Field in MLB history. You know, when the league expanded and added the Los Angeles Angels in 1961, they played their first season at a stadium in L.A. called Wrigley Field, which had been the home of the minor league team of the same name.
Bases empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Pitch misses, and the count is 1-2. That one the other way, and it goes just foul.
Wow, that was just foul. Very close to maybe being extra bases there.
The wind of the pitch. Blows the high knee past him. That's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Fraley batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. The pitch. And a foul ball. Two outs. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. The pitch.
1-2.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Line drive, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Now, number 19.
Yep.
That one called a strike. 0-1. Kicks and fires. Runner on the go. Pitch is high. Throw to second. Out. And that'll end the inning.
The catcher definitely looked ready for that stolen base attempt. Got in position quickly, and a strike down to second base to end the inning.
Back here at the friendly confines. Ready to go. Bottom 4. Here's Nico Horner. The pitch. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
You know, these Cubs just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Here's Cody Bellinger. He's 0 for 1. There's the strike up high. It's 0-1. Horner gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Swings through that one for strike 2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Look, I wouldn't know personally unless you're going to consider my little league exploits, but it's got to feel good to break off a curveball like that and completely lock a hitter up, especially on the front door. Listen, I've been on the receiving side of that. It's not a good feeling, but that's really good pitching right there.
So up next, Christopher Morel. He struck out swinging at his first at-bat. Horner back in on a dive. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
And a pitch. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The Cubs trailing by a run. We're here at the bottom of the 4th. There goes the runner. Ball misses. Throw. Save.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put them in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
Runner goes again. Out to short. Cruz. 2 away.
Now batting, first baseman, Michael.
And next for the Cubs, Michael Busch. Caught looking his first time up. Immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And a pitch. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the third baseman, number 19. The pitch. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. Fastball for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
1-1 now. Good eye right there.
2-1.
Next offer in there for a strike. That is strike 2. And a pitch. On the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out. And the batter now, Marco Gonzalez. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. Right through there for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. In the air, out towards left center. Touches down. That's a hit.
Well, always a little boost and a bonus when you can get a productive result from the pitcher spot. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
And now it's going to be C.J. Cron. Breaking ball inside. And that is ball 1. And a pitch. And there's a foul ball. The 1-1. This one popped up. Settles underneath it. Makes the catch for the out.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Up next for the Pirates, Shepard. This guy, one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. That clips the corner. Shepard goes 6 feet 3 inches, 205 pounds, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. That one ripped, but foul. Gonzalez off of first with 2 away. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Morel snags it, and that'll do it. Pirates lead 1. They lead it 1-0. And we're back. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Miguel Amaya. The pitch. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. And that's too high.
1-1.
And a count 1-2. And now the lefty. And another ball. This one in the air. He's under it. Hauls it in for the out.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
Shaw in the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him. The Pirates up by a run. Last half of inning number 5. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Gets it there in time, though. So a tough play, but they do get out number 2.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
And now here's the Cubs pitcher, Justin Steele. Fouled off to the right. The Pirates leading by a run here in the second game of the series. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. That's down and in.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. And the Cubs are down in order. And it remains 1-0. All set for the top of the 6th. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Brian Reynolds. Steele back to work. And that's a little high. Next offering is in for a strike.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
Fought off foul. And here it comes. In the air out towards right center. Morel sizes this one up. Puts it away for the out. O'Neill Cruz, the next to hit. 1 for 2. He had an RBI base hit back in the first.
Well, here's a deal not everyone remembers. Cruz was actually signed by the Dodgers in 2015, but Los Angeles dealt him to Pittsburgh in 2017 for Tony Watson. That's a rare trade the Dodgers just might regret.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Amaya down to first.
Out.
In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
And it's fouled away. Two down, nobody on. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. The wind and the pitch. Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone if it's fair, but it hooks foul. Two down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the sixth. Swing and a miss. Handcuffed him with that slider. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Top of the order due up in the home half of the sixth. It's the Pirates 1 and the Cubs nothing. Back here at Wrigley Field, bottom of the sixth. Now it's the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. As the lefty gets to work. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. That one in there across the letters.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Tough to take a two-strike changeup that just missed. They get frozen.
And that one missing low.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Gets a piece and stays alive. And there's a ball.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Later.
So up now for Chicago, Austin Slater. That to right. And it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. The relay. And it throws offline. Safe at third.
First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
So one gone with a runner at third. And up next for Chicago, Nico Horner. 1 for 2. That clips the zone. And that's strike 1. The pitch. Line drive, base hit. Aimed to score from third. We're tied at 1.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
1 down, runner at first. Next to hit, Cody Bellinger. And a curve drops in for a strike. With the go-ahead run at first here in the bottom of the sixth. And that's ripped for a base hit. Corner around second, heads for third. In there, he's safe.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. And next for the Cubs, Christopher Morel. Golden opportunity right here. Just missed.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
And he deals. And that one fouled off. The pitch. Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 2-1. Turned on, but foul wide of third. With the go-ahead run at third, here in the second game of the series. Got him swinging.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
And now, Michael Busch, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. There's the strike. Two on, 2 outs. And that's downstairs and outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Kicks and deals. Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. Davis drifts towards it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. All even now at 1-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Here at Wrigley Field, and now the catcher comes up to him. Henry Davis. The lefty fires. That one catches the corner for a strike. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Yency Almonte up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Cisnero getting loose as well. The other way, and it's caught for the out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Jake Fraley, the next Pirate to hit. There's a strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. Wouldn't chase that time. That one's in there. And it's 2-2.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
And another ball.
Full count.
we'll see another payoff pitch. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. One down, base is empty. Hit in the air, center field. Bellinger makes the grab.
You can tell by their swings, this lineup is having trouble gauging speeds. Timing is everything in hitting, and right now they just don't have it.
Now the third baseman. First pitch just misses. Late with the swing there.
The guy's going this good. He's retired 7 in a row. You got to step out of the box, fake bunt, do something to break it up.
Here comes a pitch. And he swings over the top there.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
That one misses, and the count's even at 2. The pitch.
Full count.
And he walked
That's the
him.
ball. Take your base.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
There's the strike.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Snap throw to first. And he's out. And they got him. That ends the inning. A discussion happening at home plate now, and I think they're making a double switch. James Karinchak on the pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup with the double switch here. Connor Joe, he'll move into the 9th spot in the lineup.
Now playing third base and batting number 2, Connor Joe.
Now the Cubs catcher, Miguel Amaya.
The catcher, Miguel Amaya.
And the pitch. And that's outside. And that's ball 1.
You know, these Cubs, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat. And that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
Out towards left center. And it falls. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Matt Shaw, the next Cub to hit. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
Righty delivers. Popped up. Brings it in, and there's 1 away. So now pinch hitter for the Cubs, Ian Happ.
Big at bat here, so looking for a better matchup with a left-handed bat.
That one off the mark. Ball 1.
1-0. No,
just
outside.
missed.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Pitch is in there. And it's 2-1. In the air to left center. Reynolds sizing this one up. Makes the grab. And there's 2 down.
Yeah, I'm looking at his body language, and he just doesn't seem like things are in sync. And the ball's just not coming off his bat the way it did earlier in the regular season.
So the batting order turns over. Dansby Swanson stands in. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond. And this guy is at the top of the list. That one hammered center field. That's back there. Into the bleachers and gone. And they add a couple more. It's 3-1. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Digging in, Austin Slater, 1 for 3. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here at the bottom of the 7th. Next pitch is outside. Karinchak maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
And the righty deals. And a foul ball. That's a laser base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So up now for Chicago, Nico Horner, a former first-round pick, and he's really turned into a nice everyday player. Slater, the runner at first with 2 gone. Karinchak with a move to first. And he's back in standing. Two outs. That's in for a strike at 95. And it's 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Hector Neris.
He's certainly been one of their better relief pitchers this season. The numbers are really solid, so they feel great about handing the ball over to him.
Here's the third baseman, Connor Joe, taking his first at bat of the game after entering on defense. And a pitch. Neris, 35 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Activity in the bullpen. Adbert Alzolay up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Right-hander kicks, deals.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Righty to the plate. And that one is in for a strike. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
So the Pirates batting order turns over. And now the Pirates leadoff man, C.J. Cron. Just missed. Neris, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
This one in the air, right field. Moving under this one. Hauls it in for the out. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
Shepard stands in here, leaves that one off the inside.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
Next offering in there for a strike. 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. The Pirates down by a pair, and we're in the top of the 8th. And another ball.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Inside, just missed.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Right-handed reliever. Got him looking, and he did not like the call. And 1-2-3 go the Pirates. And it remains a 3-1 ball game. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Aroldis Chapman.
He's got some of the best swing and miss stuff going right now. He's striking out hitters at a very high rate this year, so this should be fun to watch.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger.
The center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
And here comes. That one in triple digits.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. A way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Left-hand batter waits. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 0-2. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. The pitch. And that's in the dirt. Swings and misses. One down. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Morel at the plate and takes high there. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Wouldn't chase that time.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
Kicks and fires. And another ball. Next offering in there for a strike. 3 balls and a strike. Ripped into right center. Base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like you did right there.
Next to hit, Michael Bush. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, but hooking foul. Swings and misses. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Well, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
Amaya in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Morel off of first with 2 away. Hit in the air, right field. Fraley should have it. He's got it, and that's the inning. 1 left for the Cubs, but they still lead it 3-1. And possibly a double switch coming now as a meeting taking place near the home plate area. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Adbert Alzolay.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
At the plate for Pittsburgh, Brian Reynolds. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. And the pitch. There's a swing and a drive. That's going back. Back some more. And it finds the basket and gone. It just got out of here. His 23rd of the year. It's 3-2. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact.
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. O'Neal Cruz. Just off the inside edge.
That was exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
A one-run lead here at the top of the ninth. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with 2 strikes you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
He's 2 outs away. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Stone Garrett.
Ball.
That one misses. Ball 1. Looking to get the tying run on base. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. The pitch. Good eye in that spot. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the ninth. And now it's even up.
Establishing both ends of the zone is critical. Most times guys are wanting to get hitters out down, but if you can get them to look up, get a called strike, that's going to make that strike zone a lot bigger.
And the right-hander deals. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Soft contact in the air. Pulls it down, and there are 2 away.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Last chance now for the Pirates. Now at the plate, Henry Davis. And he swings and misses at the initial
No
offering.
ball. 1 strike.
There's the strike. 95 of that one.
No ball. 2 strikes.
The Pirates down to their final strike.
Got the ball.
And that's off the inside edge. And the count 1-2. And delivers outside. Outside low. Counts full, 3-2.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't groove one either.
2 down, nobody on. This to third, and he grabs it in foul ground. On the ground, right side. And that'll do it.
Well, he does a nice job of coming in and getting the save. He made a mistake with the pitch, gave up the solo home run, but he maintained his focus to push through to the finish line.
3-2 the final score. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
The final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 3 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 7 runners on base. For the Pirates, 2 runs on 5 hits. No errors. They left 5 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 47 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.